So starting steps 16 through 20. Number 16, we follow people who are relevant in our career path. So I'm going to I searched Diary of a CEO first because that's the podcast that I would like to follow, but it's Stephen Bartlett's podcast, so I'll just follow him. And I'll click this button. And the reason why I want to follow Stephen Bartlett is because he brings people onto the show who actually made it past being an entrepreneur. Like, people show how they struggled, and you understand that it's okay to struggle or how to struggle, and like growing who you are is really important. And he talks about the things that you should be focusing on or the things you shouldn't be focusing on. And I just think it's really helpful for everybody, not even just for entrepreneurship or business. So that's why I followed this one. I found a post to repost. It's not by Stephen Bartlett, but it's by somebody else. I just think it's kind of a clickbait post, and because everyone knows Mr. Beast, right? But not everybody knows who Stephen Bartlett is. He's like from the UK. But Mr. Beast like goes to every country in the world, and so many kids my age too, know who Mr. Beast is. So I'm gonna repost this one so that maybe people will be interested in hearing the story. For part 17, we're gonna make the URL just my name. Okay. And personalize URL right here. Look here. I deleted the numbers, and I'm gonna see if this works. Oh. And I'm gonna try again. Awesome. So it worked. And next we're gonna add services. So from the profile section, add profile section, and then we'll find the add services button here. And I'll just add the services that I can provide here, and I'll just add a couple. So I added a couple services here, and I added these services because I'd taken financial accounting class and public speaking classes. I have not actually taken a marketing class, so this is a lie, but I'm still willing to learn about it, so it's good to have it there. I'll just save this. And I'll scroll down and save it again. And we'll find a services page here. Here it is. Awesome. Services provided. I can add my media here, but I don't actually have much experience. So we'll just keep that pretty simple. The next step, number 19, would be to collaborate on a collaborative article or just find it. So I didn't really know how to find it, so I found this person's helpful post. And you find these articles from the skills, like the skills you're interested in. He gives a list of skills or even examples of articles. But in my case, I'll be interested in the business strategy skill articles. And so I'll click on that skill. And here's collaborative articles for me to choose from. So the collaborative article I chose was "Your key client is unhappy with your services. How do you turn their dissatisfaction into loyalty?" So I chose this article because I felt like, there are the most comments on this article, so I have the most comments to look through for this article. I also feel like it could help me in the long run. And so I'll just read a couple of these comments. And they all talk about things that I would, like, that makes sense. Like, it's not a special skill set to understand how to make somebody happy after they seem unhappy. But they talk about tailoring their needs. So you tailor their needs to bring them to satisfaction. But I ended up liking this comment because she just says how showing your genuine interest in understanding their perspectives and let them say what they want to say without interrupting them. I feel like that's really good to know. Make sure your body language is nice and well, and regardless who's at fault, apologize for the inconvenience. And I work in the service industry as a server, and I've only ever been a server, and this makes sense to me because this is just how I act when somebody doesn't get their food right, or it's too cold, or there's a little piece missing, or people are always unhappy. And this just makes sense. You always let them say what they want to say because they're always right, and then you tailor their needs to make them feel better and want to come back to your restaurant or you. So I liked that comment. And next, for the next step, for the last step actually, tailor my connections. So I chose to connect with my brother actually because I found it was easy to connect with somebody I know, and he works at a Nanolux, so I just wanted to create a message for step 20. So you click on the profile and you can click right under the profile is a highlight section where you can say hello button, and it's where you can direct message them. I just put a quick little message here. So for step 20, it's about connecting with people and making sure that you keep all of your LinkedIn pages up to date. So I could say hello to anybody under their profile, which is an easy way to message someone. But here I have curated a first message that you would send to someone. I said, "Hello, I'm Olivia, and we've worked together before." And I wrote why I'd like to connect with this person. and what I'd like to see from them. And I also wrote who I am and what I do. And then I left them with a positive ending message. And I sent that one. And for step 20, it's about keeping myself updated, keeping this profile updated, because, your career is always going to be updating and you want to keep this up to date as possible, because I feel like it's kind of like a resume.